Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is GoofUp01 and welcome back to some more Apex Legends. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. You guys really seem to like the first episode, so, I mean, it broke its like goal, which I had for it, 2 likes, and I would do more Apex Legends videos, and you guys blew it out of proportions. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it tremendously, and without further ado, I have some tips. Like, yes, I know I mentioned some tips in the last video, but I had a consistent time with the game so far. I've been playing it for about a week, I think so. So I think I came up with some tips for you guys, for people who are new to the game, or for those who I think want to get better at the game. So if you enjoyed this video, or better yet, if you guys want to play Apex Legends for yourself, the game is free for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox One. So if at all you guys are interested in Apex Legends, it's free, so you guys can check it out after. If you guys want to see more Apex Legends, you already know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more, hit that red subscribe button, click the bell to get notified of every single video that I upload, including this one. You already know the good stuff. And without further ado, the first tip that I have is number 1, care for your squad. Now I wrote this down because almost in every game that you play, especially in these battle royale type games, whether you're playing alone or whether you're playing with a squad, you need to care for yourself and for your squad. So whether that's like giving them healing, whether that's giving them a weapon, caring for them is the number 1 priority. Because if they die, if all your enemies die, then that's a good thing. But if all your allies die, then that's a completely different thing. Because then you're gonna have to defend for yourself, which is kind of dependable. Whether you're good at the game or whether you suck at the game, that's gonna depend on your capability to react to certain situations. Kind of like this one. I knew this guy was up at the door. I saw him through the window. So like having allies is a good thing, because then you could use them as like a backup plan rather than just depending on yourself. So once again, whether that's like health, whether it's health, guns, or any type of help, whether they're down and you try to defend them, that's a good thing. As long as you're trying to help them in any type of way, shape, or form, that's all that matters. And it also depends on how you react to certain situations. It's also very important to keep your cool. Don't get too ambitious, but also don't get too scared. Be persistent, but also don't get too cocky at the same time. Because if you're too cocky, then you have more of a chance to mess up. Take your time. Don't rush in there, because most of the time you're gonna get shot down and you're gonna get killed. So kind of like this. I knew the guy, or I knew another lifeline. I knew another lifeline was gonna come at me, so I reacted to the best of my abilities. I also checked. Yeah, lifeline revives people a lot faster than anyone else. I've just noticed that. I actually went after the first video. I went back to check if lifeline recharges people faster or revives people faster, and yep, she revives people. I think 25% faster, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but anyway. The second step, or the second tip I have, is know your abilities. I wrote this down because in this game is based on squads and champions, or specialists, I should say. If you don't know your character's abilities, then that's gonna cause some problems, especially if you're like a pretty defensive player. For example, Gibraltar. He's more of a tank person. He's more defensive. He has a shield. He has a dome shield, kind of like your Titan in Titanfall 2. If you don't know how to use those, then you're kind of in trouble. Because most of the characters are used for certain situations. For example, Gibraltar is more for like defensive mechanisms, for like shielding people and covering them. For example, Wraith, I think, is more used to like getting out of there in certain situations. Bangalore, I think that's her name. She's more used to like getting up in your face. She has a I think she has a smoke gun that causes a smoke, like as you can see right here. There's like a smoke grenade somewhere in there. She has like an airstrike that you can call down. So yeah, knowing your character's abilities goes way further than like I think your actual capability to play in the game. As long as you know your abilities, then you're all set and you're all good to go. Especially your ultimate. Your ultimate is very important. Whether that's a care package, whether that's like vision pulse, whether that's like an airstrike, whatever it is, if you know how to use it, then you're good. The next step I know and this is a must. Utilize your space. Now, in this game, this is not like Fortnite, alright? In Fortnite, you can carry all the ammo that you want, or at least up to 10,000 ammo, I think. Or maybe to 999 ammo. I have no idea. I haven't played Fortnite. To be honest, I haven't played Fortnite in so long. I've been trying to grind out Apex for quite some time. I think I'm now like level 9, almost to level 10. So I'm trying to grind out this game the best I can. So, utilizing your space is very good, because you can't carry everything. This game allows you to carry 2 weapons, and I think depending on your backpack, I think for a standard backpack, I think you can carry at least 8 items. And with a legendary backpack, excuse me, I think you can carry up to 12 items. I think. Maybe 12, maybe 8. I have no idea. I have to go check that out. But you can carry more with a legendary backpack with a standard backpack. So, knowing that, you should know what you need versus something that you don't need. And I was just getting shot from behind, and I had no idea where I was getting shot from. I also got... This is also my closest game. This is also my closest game that I've ever gotten. Also, I got my very first win today. My very first Apex win. And I'm ecstatic about that. There are more victories to come. Or at least I hope anyway. But hey, I'm gonna take the best I can get, alright? Stuff out here ain't cheap. So like, I died, but like, Clutch tried to clutch it out for us. You guys will see what happens. But anyway, you guys can't carry all the ammo that you want. You need to vary what you need versus what you don't need. For example, if you have a R301, which carries light ammo, and you have let's just say you run out of ammo for that, right? You run out of ammo, and then you come up to a flatline that has heavy ammo. Those things don't those things don't connect. You need light ammo for certain weapons, and you need heavy ammo for other weapons. Same goes for the Devastation, or no, not Devastation. Same goes for like the Hemlock, or same goes for the Devastation. No, I said it again. Devotion. There you go. Because the Devotion carries energy ammo, and if you run out of those come out scarce. Ammo is very scarce in this game, and if you run out of ammo, you're out of luck. So you best be conserving your ammo to the best of your ability. So just keep that in mind. As long as you know what you need versus what you don't need, keep an eye on your weapon, keep an eye on your ammo, and you'll be good to go. The next one, this is also very important. This is more important than anything else on my list. Yep, we died. And also, just take a look. We got second, which is also my very first close game, and it says game over. I think if you win a game, no, I know if you win a game, it says you are a champion, or you are the champion. And also, finishers are back, aka executions from Titanfall. Check it out. I mean, for now, it's pretty basic, but I love it. Yeet! I just beat you down with a drumstick. How do you feel about that? I hope your dignity has been shoved down your throat. That's pretty embarrassing. I know getting beaten down is one thing, but getting beaten down by a drumstick, that's pretty embarrassing. Using your ping is equally as important than anything else on my list, because if you don't have voice chat or if you don't have a mic, using the ping system is very, very good. And it's a step forward to the Battle Royale stage. Because like in Fortnite, most people are having mics, and some people don't have mics. So like, how are you supposed to know where enemies are if you don't have voice chat? And that's kind of a problem. And usually I don't use voice chat whenever I'm using, or whenever I'm playing Fortnite, because I want to play by myself. But in this game, you can have a ping system, where if you know where an enemy is, you can pinpoint their location on the map, which lets the enemies, they don't know where you are, but your allies know where the enemies are. And whether that's like ammo, a weapon, or an enemy, or whatever, that's very useful. And if you don't know how to use that, then I highly recommend you try to use it, because that's very, very important. And I cannot stress that enough. You need to know the pinpoint location to where an enemy is, or how to use the pinpoint system. Number 5, and this is kind of like, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's also kind of hard at the same time. stay persistent. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by staying persistent? Well, what I mean by that is repetition. Oh, some just fell. Also, I'm sorry for the loud noises outside. It's like snowing really hard, or not really hard. It's like snowing and raining at the same time, and it's turning into ice. So like a bunch of branches are falling off my tree right now. So I apologize for that. But yeah, staying persistent means kind of repetition. Now what I mean by that is, if you're good at something, keep at it. Don't just quit because something's not going your way. If you want to win, then you will do everything in your power to make sure that you get that win. Kind of like today. I wanted to win, so I stayed on for like at least an hour or so, and I got my very first win. And that same goes for any other game, whether it's Blackout, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's PUBG, or any other battle royale game, or any game in general. If you want something, you have to go and get it yourself. And that's at your own volition as well. And I tried my very hardest to get a win in Fortnite, but that just hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet, but I know in time I might be able to get a win. I have no idea. It all depends on the timing. That's the key. It all depends on the timing and your abilities to react. Or at least that's how I see it. So staying persistent just means repetition. If you love the game, then you need to keep at it. Keep playing it. Keep grinding. Do not stop unless you know the capability to your enemies or whatever. Just try your best. That's all I can ask. That's all you ever ask for. As long as you try your best, that's all that matters. As long as you get a kill. If you can get one kill, that's a step in the right direction. And then my last tip here, this is kind of for newer players. This is kind of for newer players who are at the game, or people who are struggling. If you're having an off day, play passive-aggressive. Don't play aggressive, but also don't play too passively. Because if you're playing passively, and the enemies know where you are, then you're kind of making yourself kind of obvious to the enemy. They know exactly where you are, and if you don't do anything, then you're gonna die. But if you play too aggressively, and the enemies know where you are, and you kind of just rush in and try to get them all, most of the times you're probably not going to get that kill. I'm just saying. Believe me, when I'm playing Call of Duty, I try to play aggressively because I'm more used to playing in that Black Ops 3 stage. Because I'm a rusher. Let me just say that right now. I am a straight rusher when it comes to Call of Duty. But in Black Ops 4, you need to play passive aggressive, and you need to play casually. Don't rush as much, and don't play passively. You need to find that intermediate phase. You need to find that median. If you guys catch my drift. So don't play too aggressively, but also don't play too passively. You can just patrol the area that you're in. And in which case, in this area, if this was in the circle, just patrol the area. If you see an enemy, pinpoint their location using the pinpoint system. And then you're golden. Just patrol the area. You're not camping. You're not playing too aggressively. You're just doing what you gotta do to secure a win. And that's how every game should be. You shouldn't play too aggressively, but you also shouldn't play too passively. And just like that, I have run out of all my tips to say. I have run through every tip on my book, and if I had to guess, my very most important rule is just to have fun. In any game that you play, don't focus too much on getting a win or trying to be the best of all time. Like for me, I feel like my name needs to be a stereotype because it says greatest of all time, even though I am not the greatest of all time. I just love video games and having fun. And that's how every game should be. Especially for these Battle Royale games. Everybody keeps saying like, oh, if you're not playing Fortnite and you haven't got a win yet, it's like almost Season 8, you haven't got a win, oh, you're trash. When in reality, that doesn't matter to me. What matters is having a game that's fun, intuitive, and enjoyable. And people who do that kind of make the game boring. Make the game kind of not enjoyable, in my opinion. So just, if you're passionate about a game and you love it to pieces, I recommend doing everything in your power to make the most of it. Especially in Fortnite. Or Apex Legends. And just like that, you are the champion. We are the champions, my friend. And just like that, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope you guys found these tips kinda important. If you guys want to see more Apex Legends, you already know what to do. Smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. The road to 100 subscribers starts now. I would not be here without you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And as always, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And I will see you guys later with a brand new video. Peace out.